An LCD equipped AIO with excellent performance. This is the Masterliquid Ion. Welcome to Machines More. We got a fun one today. It's the Cooler Master Masterliquid 360 Ion. Real quick, big thanks to Cooler Master for providing the test unit today. This video is not sponsored by them. This video does have a sponsor though, but I'll tell you about them in a little bit. LCD screens and AIO CPU blocks aren't a new thing, but this is Cooler Master's first. We saw this at Computex a few weeks ago. It's a 360mm rad equipped unit, sporting 3 Mobius ARGB 120 fans, and the marquee feature is the round 2.1-inch LCD screen. It does sit in a hexagonal RGB equipped housing, reminiscent of the Cooler Master logo, and the bezel doesn't let you forget who makes this unit either. The rad measures in at 30mm, and the fans are roughly 25.5mm in thickness, so you will need about 55 to 56 millimeters of clearance for the rad plus fans. And there's a tinted cover here, and the total height of this block sits in just a shade under 70 millimeters. Cooler Master calls the pump inside the Gen X dual chamber. You have high quality braided tubing here with articulating elbows at the pump block. The box is actually a clever design. You got step 1, step 2, step 3. These little guides help you remove the unit. Fans are pre-mounted. That means Cooler Master's already chosen a side for the fan cables to exit. If it doesn't work for your orientation, then you can just reverse them. In this orientation I chose here, I did not have to reconfigure the fans. Your fan and RGB cables will connect to a master cable that comes out of the pump. This also connects to SATA power, which is required for the unit, and the communication to the device is via a USB 2.0 cable, for which you will need an internal header for. So there are a lot of cables, and you will need a way to conceal those cables if you want it to run neatly. I set this one up in the Lanley A3 mini-itx, which fit very well with this cooler, and in this case where there isn't a heavy penalty for using the glass panel, it can actually make a lot of sense. I have the A3 pictured here sitting on the desk from our sponsor today. Today's video is brought to you by FlexiSpot's E6 standing desk. The one here is the curved bamboo desktop model. This bamboo top is elegant and sturdy and features a very satisfying satin finish. The legs and the top combined for exceptional strength, can withstand raising 325 pounds of weight over 20,000 times. Hopefully your SFF isn't that heavy. And for this desk, FlexiSpot offers a 15-year warranty. The motorized legs work smoothly. You can dial in presets on the control board. It's backlit. And you can toggle between sitting and standing seamlessly. Plus, I did the test build on here and even set up a low PC building setting. Comes with wheels, and you can put those casters on to make your setup mobile. And this actually can help afterwards if you're managing cables behind the desk. Cable management is not an afterthought with this desk. FlexiSpot gives you cable ties, and running cables through the desk, super easy. FlexiSpot is running a special promo now. Please go ahead and check out my special link in the description down below. Big thanks to our sponsor today. So in the A3 mini-itx, the AIO fits very well, and because it has a standard thickness rad and standard thickness 25mm fans, the unit goes in there quite easily. One thing new that Cooler Master is doing is the mounting plates for both Intel and AMD. They are twist to lock, and you can articulate the unit in 30-degree increments and just attach the mounting plate to the standoffs that are provided. They have these thermal paste stencils that are pre-mounted. This isn't necessarily to give you a fancy thermal paste pattern on the cold plate, as much as it is just to remind you to put paste on the unit. Once mounted up, you do need to use Cooler Master's master control software to control the unit. From the fan speeds, the ARGB, and the display, this is going to be the new go-to instead of Master Plus. For the LCD screen, you can choose between some presets such as GPU, CPU utilization, or temps. And you can also do time of day, or choose from some spiffy Cooler Master branded preloaded images. Of course, in the spirit of make it yours, I think many users will want to load their own pictures or GIFs, which you can do easily. The screen is a 480 by 480 resolution, and it looks good enough for what it does. The LCD screen does have a minimal setting that stays lit as long as your system is plugged in, even when it's off. All that good looking stuff isn't worth much unless the unit works well, and work well it does. I was actually surprised at how well this unit performs. I tend to test mainly SFF systems, and therefore I don't test many 360s, but one of the most high-performing units now is the Lee GA2360 Trinity Performance, which is what I set up in this case and tested with for the case review. And at noise equal fan levels of roughly 2.8 decibels over the noise floor, this unit is exceptionally good. And this is a fan level that you can consider maxing out your fans at for a similar load level. Under heavy load on this 360, it's unlikely you will need higher RPMs. So I tested here with the Ryzen 9 7900X locked at 5.4 gigahertz and 1.25 volts, about 165 watts PPT here. And the gap here in the temps, it's what I would consider not even close. It's really good. So Ryzen 7000 tends to be very sensitive to heat transfer, and the cold plate and pump that Cooler Master is using here is absolutely excellent. Dialing down the fans to a barely audible level of 0.7 dBA above the noise floor, it performs roughly equal to the GA2 in the same case. So that's kind of the noise gap as well, if you want to look at it that way. The Cooler Master Mobius fans here are actually capable of 2400 RPM, so not typically needed, but you can run them that fast. They're noisy, but some insane temps are possible. So quick check on fan noise. One thing with the software currently, you can adjust the pump speed, and my mic is positioned closer to the pump than the fan, so you may hear some of that interference. It's not related to the fans. It's not as loud in reality either, but just wanted to note that. Just take a quick listen here. Alright, pros of this unit: the performance is a strong contender for best in class. Really good, and I think users will enjoy the customizable features and the screen. Overall, the unit is well made. The tubing sits nicely, and you can even, there's a good balance of thickness that you can manage the slack very well, and you can use your plastic loops like this to help manage it up as well. So hardware-wise, no complaints. From the packaging to the materials that are used here, I think you really have a top-notch unit from Cooler Master. Software-wise is where I ran into some inconsistencies, which is something I hope they're working on. The master control software, it's a little bit glitchy. Oftentimes the fan control disappeared. Just stopped showing on the console, and because the software controls the fan speeds, you lose that control. And that's not good. They're running at very low speeds, and sometimes I just got a blank screen, and then I needed to restart the system to regain control. The pump is likely running at full speed, and as with most AIOs, it has a less than pleasant noise profile at full speed, so it really could benefit from a slight speed reduction. You don't lose much performance, but you get a lot of noise benefit there. But you can't do that. And actually, it seems like the readout was inconsistent. I'm not even sure that this was the real pump speed here. Seems a little bit fast. On the practical side, you can rotate the block in 30-degree increments, which is very flexible for cable management, when you install the unit. But the software only has 90-degree increments right now, which you got to be able to fix this, right? Otherwise, it's going to drive some people nuts. So I hope they fix it, because the software, it's the only thing holding this unit back at this point. Pricing, $250 for this unit, which may sound high for an AIO, which it is, but compared to units at the same level and same features, for example, you have NZXT's Kraken Elite 360, which comes in at $300, and Lee's GA2 LCD, which is also in that $240 to $250 range. So it's similar to its competition, and so if you're looking for an LCD screen equipped 360, this is a fantastic choice. And yeah, I seriously hope they'll consider doing a 240 soon. So yeah, great performing unit. Go check this one out. It's launched. I'll leave links down below. Please give a like and make sure you're subscribed. Big thanks for watching today.